This program has been brought to you by Alpine Bank. Dedication you can count on and experience you can trust. Alpine Bank, member FDIC.
As Durango and La Plata County return to normal with the monsoonal rains this past week, the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad has vowed to find safer alternatives to its coal-fired, steam-powered engines. But that doesn't mean the originals will stop huffing and puffing to Silverton. The train will just have more options at its disposal to avoid future closures when drought conditions are too dangerous to use the coal-fired engines. Train spokesman Christian Robbins said the Harper family, the train's longtime owners, plan to convert engine 495 to oil power. They also plan to purchase a rare narrow-gauge diesel engine that's powerful enough to pull a string of cars up the 3,000-foot elevation gain to Silverton. Although steam engine purists may argue that diesel or oil-powered engines won't provide the same historical experience as the coal-fired originals, Robbins says it's all a matter of marketing to keep the passengers coming.
You guys are a coal-fired steam train. Well, what if we shifted that focus, not just for ourselves and not just for fire mitigation, but from a marketing standpoint? Does that take away from the fact that we're an historic railroad? Absolutely not. So one of the things that we're going to have to do is not just throw out different locomotive power, but we're going to have to message that we're still a historic railroad with different locomotive power and not necessarily focus on being a coal-fired steam train.
Robbins said the train will continue to use its coal-fired steam engines when it's safe to do so. But the alternatives will help the train avoid an economically disastrous shutdown if drought conditions persist. Train service to Silverton was suspended for more than a month starting on June 1st when the 416 fire ignited next to the train tracks near the Mitchell Lakes area north of Durango. Although a number of community members have been quick to blame train senders for starting the 416 fire, the San Juan National Forest Service says the cause is still under investigation. Nevertheless, the fire quickly spread to burn more than 50,000 acres and threaten more than 2,000 businesses and residents along U.S. Highway 550, the Hermosa Creek and Falls Creek drainages. At the height of the fire, more than 1,000 firefighters were battling the blaze at a cost of more than $30 million in federal resources. The fire is now 50% contained and is expected to continue smoldering in the Hermosa Wilderness area until snow falls this winter. With the start of monsoonal rains, the train resumed service to Silverton on July 12th. Robbins said the train is using 2 engines to haul cars up the tracks to reduce the amount of cinders they produce. 2 engines working together don't have to be as hot as 1 engine to power up the mountain. Each train is equipped with a water hose, and pop cars follow with water tanks to douse any flares. The train's helicopter also follows overhead to spot any latent flares after the pop cars pass. Now the challenge will be to make up for the losses caused by the fire.
Last time we had a fire, over 10 years ago, the train took a long time to recover from being shut down. We're working with data. We're working with the Business Improvement District to make sure that we continue to improve our quick response to get people back to Durango.
To see a train schedule, visit durangotrain.com.